it's me, Christine. Thank you for inviting me to speak today. As I look around this room, I see faces of mentors, teachers, fellow students, and administrators. I feel a sense of accomplishment, pride, and humbleness. The family at Broome Community College has helped me to open up the door to achieving my dreams. Mary Kay Ash, chairman of Mary Kay Cosmetics, said, "If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you're right." As a child, I saw higher education as a means to success in my life. It signified proof of my intelligence and potential. The impossible is possible there. It stood as a pole star, and it was my nature to reach for the stars, despite several disabilities that went undiagnosed until the age of 12. My early academic life seemed to foretell that I would not necessarily graduate from high school, let alone attend college. I was seen as a girl on the autism spectrum, saddled with cerebral palsy and attention deficit disorder, unable to sit still or concentrate. Idioms perplexed me, which I later studied from a book. Dyslexia plagued me too, and I spent years in a 15-1 classroom setting for those with learning disabilities. The school focused on my weaknesses, fortified my insecurity, and that belief that I was fundamentally less than my peers. But I had strengths those educators didn't perceive, and I wasn't aware of myself. From babyhood forward, my mother had taken me often to Europe, exposing me to countless art galleries, museums, and musical venues. I was submerged in many cultures, sampled a wide array of foods, and began to understand many languages even as a toddler. Before I was 3, I would stand transfixed in front of a painting at the Belvedere Museum in Vienna, or at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, or the Smithsonian, seeing how the shapes were formed and how the strokes had been applied. The adults would move on. I had to be tugged away. I thought I was ordinary, but was always treated differently than others. I had motor clumsiness, so I concentrated on what I could do. I began downhill skiing at 2 years of age between my grandfather Papa's legs. I could read billboards and words, but what I was really doing was memorizing every word and heard and was shown. Everything seemed normal until I started school. I had trouble with basic math concepts and was unable to read and write. School was torture for me, but interacting with the wider world enriched me in ways few educators could appreciate. Until 4th grade, I couldn't write the letter K nor tie my shoes, but I could identify paintings I saw around the globe. I was eventually slotted into a special education resource room of deep dark clouds of stagnation, trapping my untapped creativity. These resource rooms placed a label on me and the other participants. It was like a large playroom where students were coddled and given low expectations. The students seemed to be set up for failure when they were rewarded with sugary treats, such as donuts and soda, which contributed to the hyperactivity of the students, resulting in below average productivity. I refused the sugary treats. Movies were played several times a week to fill up time. The resource room felt like a wasted opportunity for my development. I felt trapped in that world and fought to escape it. I asked for extra work and strove to prove myself. I fought the bigotry of these low expectations. I finally learned how to read at age 12 after attending a reading clinic at Binghamton University for 3 years of intense, dedicated study. I was awkward in social situations. I couldn't understand why I was treated so cruelly. At age 12, I was finally diagnosed on the spectrum of autism and multiple disabilities, and I'm still trying to digest what this diagnosis really means to me. I was told that during my birth, there was oxygen deprivation to my brain and might have caused my brain damage. I was determined to find a cure and agonized about my plight. I gradually accepted my talents and started building on my strengths, not taking my weaknesses so seriously. I started seeing some of my disabilities as gifts of abilities that had been given to me. I spontaneously started writing poetry at age 12, writing copiously. It was as if the words rushed out of me. I was often told the poems were very profound and deep. It was nothing special to me. I just had to be able to express my subconscious words to my conscious being. Around my 15th year of life, I switched gears and decided I wanted to paint. I dropped my black Pilot gel pen and picked up my newly purchased black easel paint brushes, painting almost every day. The paintings flowed out of my brain via my fingertips. I had an array of compositions stored in my mind that had to be put on canvas rapidly. There was a sense of urgency in my deepest being. I did not stop painting until my canvas was complete. Some of my works were put in competition, and my abstract works won prizes. I was amazed that my work had academic recognition. I almost felt accepted. I was a self-taught artist until I completed my first class at St. John's University last summer. Art gives me a sense of happiness. When I started to intern at the Magic Paintbrush Project in Johnson City, New York, I just wanted to share my art and help some children on the autism spectrum. What I found was that even well-intentioned people did not understand how they deprecated the special needs person. I empathize and understand so deeply how this nullifies one's self-esteem. I asked the children questions that others would not think of asking. I asked them what their dreams and aspirations were. Their eyes lit up, and they began to pour out their hearts. The caregivers were amazed because they never knew about those special dreams. I look at every special needs person as a future productive member of society, and that anything is possible. Throughout my schooling, I was labeled as learning disabled and incapable of being able to accomplish higher education. It turns out that I graduated from Broome Community College in December 2012 with high honors. I was really glad that I was able to be a part of Broome Community College. I will be honest, it was a bumpy road at first, but in the end, it was totally worth it. Albert Einstein said, "I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university." That is how I felt I was treated by Lisa Hughes from the Learning Disabilities Department. Lisa and the department support team, by treating everyone equally despite his or her disabilities, nurtured my abilities. Hillary Clinton wrote, "The African proverb, 'It takes a village to raise a child,' summed up the commonplace conclusion that, like it or not, we are living in an interdependent world where what our children hear, see, feel, and learn will affect how they grow and who they turn out to be." It was the BCC family, including the Learning Disabilities Department team, with Lisa, the support from the tutoring department, and an outstanding tutor like Anthony Mazza, whose high expectations of me came to fruition. The continuous guidance from Donna Rehak and her support team that kept me on track towards achieving my associate's degree. My family and friends who all work together to volunteer, promote, motivate, and exhibit my unique talents and foster my abilities. It is a village. I am in the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, was nominated by BCC to represent them in 2012 for the Coca-Cola USA Today Scholarship, and was on the 2012 New York State academic team. Phi Theta Kappa changed me for the better, opening the door of possibilities for life, a door that others laughingly told me I could never walk through. A door that I saw vividly in my mind's eye that deserved to be opened to me and others that were labeled. Looking back, I would not change anything. I would encourage every student to take advantage of their community college. Community colleges and some of the best teachers. It is my privilege and honor to be an active member for not only my school, but my community as a whole. I currently attend Binghamton University, majoring in art, and plan on pursuing further degrees. When I hear the word no, I do not accept the word. It makes me find alternative solutions. Second best is not an option for me. I believe in helping others by volunteering and working with children. I believe in giving back. I learned that if you really believe in a cause, then you should voice your opinions and take an active stance. You should give 100% participation of yourself. It starts with you. It lies in your own hands. I am looking forward to my development and dream in breaking down the social stigma of being different, helping everyone to understand that with hard work, positive feedback, support from our village, never giving up, empathy, and respect, anything can be achieved. I do not fear the impossible. The impossible is possible when fear is erased. We are often faced with adversity, yet knowing it and overcoming it is conquering it.